Gen X Talks is like Federal Express when it absolutely, positively has to be drunk overnight. Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Welcome to Gen X Talks.
The microphone is on, the screen is black, and now the screen is going to be bright. I have given it and commanded it to be so, and here we are. Can you even believe the amount of lights are in here? If you could see what I can see I haven't seen this many lights on set since I was shooting porn in Chatsworth, California back in the day. Anyway, just letting you guys know it's time to get started here. I do got my glass, the General KGXT. Got my KGXT studio glass going on here. Who do we have in here? We got to start with the drink. You got to kick this pig with a drink. You got to kick this pig and get running. Who's in here? Ace Diamond. I saw Peter go by. D. Shear, he's a local guy. Disney kid. Dawson's in there in the house. Michael, I thought you were running routes right now. Doug Vanderhoopnan, A. Superator. D. Shear again. There's Dawson. There's I Hate Fucks. KG. Jan Motts, Loud One, my brother out there. Hogs. Boys, it's going by so fast. Slim Pickens. Pum, 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 pum. Thrash for life. I almost can't say it. Bob McKinley, he's got a birthday. I don't know if it's today or yesterday or tomorrow, but Bob's turning really old. Oh, it's down one. I look over and I got Gen X Mom in the studio and I said, I don't know if his birthday is yesterday, today, or tomorrow. And she went like this. And I should have known that was today. And I went, it's down? His birthday's down? What the fuck, man? Stupidness. Absolute stupidness. All right, look, raising the glass. We don't have to circle the wagons. We're just getting started. Circling the wagons comes later. All right? But if you're drinking, I'm drinking. Let's start it off right. Here we go. Boom. Whoa, old number 7 with no training wheels. That's what I'm saying. So many things. So, yeah, the studio stuff. There's been good and there's been bad with the studio. As with any project you do. And this, I'll admit, this isn't a huge project. Lionheart he's flown out here twice from Missouri. Great construction guy. Senior staff member here. One of the coolest cats I know. People ask me to describe Lionheart, and we do. And I got to tell you, I've come to a point, and I've told him this. This is not a secret, so I'm not like letting the cat out of the bag here. But people ask, well, what did you tell me about this guy? And I'm sick of trying to describe him in every detail. Let me just tell you, Lion is one of those guys worth keeping around on this planet. That's an old school way that if you grew up in my generation, if you understand what I'm telling you, that encompasses quite a bit. It does. And that's important for you to understand. So if you guys are going to ask me questions about him, other than his physical features and characteristics and how many tattoos does he have on his left butt cheek, which I would have no way of knowing. I'm not going to tell you all that stuff. That's what I'd rather tell you. I'd rather give it to you in that form. So Lion comes out here he does a big project. He does multi-million-dollar homes on lakes for people that more money falls out of their left front pocket before lunchtime than I'm ever going to have in my entire life. Are we clear on the stuff he does? So when you're working at that level, you can't fuck up. Those people are like, the grout is 1 millimeter different here than it is over there. And Lion fucking nails it so they don't have a complaint. Am I starting to paint a picture for you now? Good. Glad you're coming along. Okay. So he's knocking this thing together blindfolded, and he's doing a better job than I would do with an instruction booklet. And there's always ups and downs, little things. And then, of course, when he leaves, we're a bunch of fumbling monkeys around here. I look good doing it. I got a lot of tools, yeah, but the results are questionable. And Gen X Mom comes out and she's looking at me going, are you sure is that the way Lion told you to do it? And I'm like, that is exactly how he said to do it. I think it's shitty also, but this is what he said. So anyway, none of that was true. Anyway, so the stuff with the studio. If you're a member, if you're a YouTube member, a Patreon member, or a Facebook member, then you guys, we posted some stuff today of some progress and what we're doing, some pictures with some arrows and captions and stuff so you can see what's going on in the studio. And then we threw one out there right before we started to let you know what this looks like from behind. Give you an idea on what you don't see. And that, again, that's behind the scenes, but you got to be a member to do that. But with all that being said, it is coming together pretty close to exactly how we wanted it. We're not ready to fire up the radio station yet, but we're getting there. We're getting close. We got probably another week or two of fine-tuning our stuff. And just so you know, because you guys have asked, first of all, you guys have been super helpful. With $5, $10 donations. Some of you have gone to, I don't know if any moderators have the wish list. We've updated the wish list. We took off a bunch of stuff that was paid for either by us or by you guys. And then there's a few things left out there that we're still, if you get the link, you can go see it. And if you want to help, thank you. Even clicking the link means you're interested. So I appreciate that much. I didn't put something up there. And there's a reason why. The cameras. Now we got some pretty good cameras, but they don't work real well far away. They're really good, high quality, kind of expensive. They're not a $29 webcam, but they're made for up close. They're super clear, and they have all sorts of adjustments on it. But you can't. They're not meant for far away. And the one camera, remember, we all kind of pooled our money last year for that one big Canon, and we bought it, and it was like $1,200 or $1,300 for this fucking camera. And it's the shit, man. As they said back in Boomerland, it's the cat's meow. If you don't know what that means, then you're very young. Please leave the live stream. I'm not going to sit and explain to you what the cat's meow mean. Okay? And I'm the big kahuna. Okay, hold on. We have my wife here, Gen X mom. Lovely, pleasant Gen X mom. She's got her own microphone. Yes, sweetheart, we can all hear you.
Hi, everyone. Gen X mom here live from the KGXT studios.
She ain't lying. We're here.
I'm so excited. We received a few PayPals while you were talking.
People were giving PayPals while I was speaking?
Yes. We received $100 from Doug Hansen for help with the studio. We received $300 from Loud One for stuff for the studio.
Shit. Well, that's 4 between Doug and Loud One. We got 4. What's the other one? You said there was 3.
No, I said there were just a couple.
You said there was 3.
I said there was a couple. Don't start. Don't start. Hi, everyone. I see you guys all in the chat.
All right. Can I turn off your mic now?
I suppose.
Thank you. Good God. Engineer, pretending we have an engineer booth, which we do not. Roll back the tape, prove she's wrong, prove I'm right, so men can live above women dominating as usual for the rest of this podcast, and I'll drink to that. Oh, the burning from Mrs. 4 from across the country. When I say sexist shit like that, that woman at the beginning of the program, Mrs. 4 shakes her head. After she's drinking and I'm drinking, she gets a little angry. I get a little talking to after the show, and deservedly so. Anyway, what was I saying before you interrupted me? Oh, the cameras. The one Canon cam we got is going to be great. But even 3 versions older of those, they're still $700 each. And I don't want to make a mistake and buy a $200 camera that doesn't travel the distance, because I've really done some homework on live streams and podcasts and what people use. And every one of them, if they're up close, they all use kind of the ones we got, the Elgatos. But anyone like Joe Rogan and Conan O'Brien and Howard Stern, all of their cameras, they're not even studio cameras most times. They're like the ones we got. In fact, we got ours because Joe Rogan called me one day and said, hey, get these. And I did. Now, it's not a true story, but it's true. It's a story. So I'm going with it. But there's no way that we could afford to get 4 more just like that. So I'm trying to do my homework. That's also why we didn't put those on the wish list. Number 1, I don't know what to get yet. And number 2, I'll never put them on the wish list, because that would be so fucking embarrassing to go, hi, can everybody donate a $700 camera? Fuck that. You guys have done so much, all the way back from Buford the Goat to supporting the program, to supporting my drinking habit, which thank you very much for keeping me internally lubricated. I love each and every one of you for that, some of you more than others. But we're working on it. But the cameras are the last big hurdle. If you look at the wish list, there's still some soundproofing to do with some things with Egg Crate. It's pretty cheap, but if you add up all the rolls we need, it gets expensive. But we can do that one at a time. In other words, what I'm telling you is, other than the cameras, we have everything either here or on its way to doing an entire podcast, an entire live stream where I can click buttons and it can point all around the room. I can have a big camera pointing at the whole room, switch it around so you guys can see what's going on. If Gen X mom's in here and she has her hair down, not her hair up, never show her with her hair up. That's my rule, not hers. She thinks she still looks cute. Not so much. No. So when her hair's down, I can click cameras and do stuff. It's really going to be a lot of fun to go through that, especially when we start having guests, and especially when the kids join in the program too. There's going to be multiple angles, and we've already got the equipment to just bounce around between them. But the last thing on those is those cameras. So if there's any of you out there that know this kind of stuff, email me, genxdad@genxtalks. Believe me, I am a humble man. I will learn. I will listen. I do not know everything going on there. I promise you. And I'm trying to make a good decision, fumbling around on my own. And it's not super easy, but I'm getting it done. All right, back to the program. So we said happy birthday to Bob McKinley for tonight. The sheets are to my right. And I don't know if it's to your right. Is it to your right and my right? Is it the same tonight? I think so. Werewolf gifted 5 memberships. Michael Frazee. Somebody, I can't read that. Somebody Atkinson, Scott Harmon, 80s Child, and Fishing Alders, fishing for dealers. You looking for drug dealers? Now, why did I think drug dealers? I should have said car dealership. When someone says, "Hey, do you know what dealer?" I should have said car. That should have been the first thing on my mind. Now, he might have been, thinking fishing equipment. He could have been like, outdoor supply products, but I don't know. Anyway, my fault on that. And the microphone is on. Yes, my love.
I received another PayPal tonight.
What did you get?
$350 more
Holy
from Loud
shit.
One. Here is half a camera. You stood beside me in my decisions. I always stand beside you. Let's do this.
I'm going to drink this one to the monies that just came in from PayPal for Loud One. And it was Doug, was it Doug or Dan? Doug on that one. This is for you guys on PayPal. Thank you very much. I'm not going to get into to Loud One's troubles and tribulations, but we talk a lot on the phone and we walk each other through situations. Always good to have someone like that in your life. And if I can fill that role in any small way, I'm proud to do it. Drink one more. Let's go. All right. Carl Gerard upgraded to the KGXT studios. Carl, as soon as the radio station goes live. Now, listen, you upgraded to the KGXT Studios membership. As soon as the KGXT radio station goes live, you will get a link to a webcam that constantly 24/7, when we're in here, it's on. And you can see what we're doing the whole time. Now, if that means I'm eating a burrito and it's getting all over my shirt, you're going to see it. If we're sitting here doing homework and it's boring as hell, you're going to see it. If my wife runs around topless, which she does, you're going to see it. But it's not going to be scheduled. It's just on 24/7, but you can only have that if you're part of the KGXT Studios membership at that level. That's what it's for. Plus, you're going to get some gear that once we turn it on, that nobody else gets to have. Some of it my wife is going to give you for free, and there'll be some certain things that are for sale just at that level. You'll get an email saying, check it out if you want to, you can. That's all. Thank you very much for stepping up your game there. All right. The last one I can read on my screen is Doug Vanderhoop, member for 14 months. Got his big red one. KGXT Studios member, bottom of the glass nation for the new studio. Hell yeah. Doug, thanks for hanging out. Sweetheart, you can erase all those now and put something else on my screen if you want to.
Stand by, babe.
All right, so where was I? I had stuff. I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead and read this one. Scott Royston, $20. Hey, Gen X peeps, I look forward to seeing you at the barbecue. I just booked my flight yesterday. Can't wait to meet all of you. This towards the studio fund. The barbecue is going to be great. Gen X Mom has been raffling off stuff and passing out the names. She's done reaching her hand and pulling out the names. She's done all that. So if you're getting emails, if you're getting contacted, then you're invited. This is going to be a great barbecue. It really, really is. She's still in the process of doing it. Don't get upset, but it's still in the process. But this is going to be the group picture we get for this is going to be one for the record books. It really, really is. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, where was I? New member just came by. Dragon Slayer ND. Dragon Slayer Nerd, Dragon Slayer Earned, Dragon Slayer Earned. Welcome to being an extra. Thank you very much. I have no idea what your name means or where that came from. And you're fucking with me, but it's early in the program, so I'm not fumbling around because of whiskey. I'm fumbling around because I'm stupid. Let's not make that mistake again. All right, let me jump over here. There's a couple things. We want to get out of the way. So let's go to the pictures. I'm going to tell you a true story that happened a couple days back when Lionheart was here. Okay, Lionheart was here working on the studio, and we have a fly problem this year. outside and where we live, for some reason this year, the flies have just shown up. Was a long time ago, 15 years ago, we had a fly problem. Kind of went away for a long time. Now they're back. I don't like them in the studio. I start going insane. I start smashing shit. I mean, I'm walking around with the Louisville Slugger hitting things, trying to kill a fly, and people looking at me like, you're out of your fucking mind. What are you doing? I just can't stand it. I can tolerate it for a little while, then I go nuts. And it always reminds me, when I get done, I'm like, what the fuck is with flies? My wife said something to me 20-some years ago. In fact, I'll tell you the story. We got done with a big barbecue or a pool party or something. Everybody had kind of gone home. And her and I, we'd been drinking heavily. So we were both lit, and we're sitting in the living room. The lights are dim, the music's going. We're like, I don't want to clean up. I don't want to go out there. What can we put off till tomorrow? And I don't know how we, because when you're sitting there in the dark, you're slumped down in your chair on the couch, and she's just kind of tilting like this. And I don't know how the topic came up, but I remember saying something to the effect of, I said when we get to heaven or something. And I was trying to be I remember trying to be meaningful about it. Like, oh, when we get to heaven, it should be something like this or something like that. And she says, you know what I'm going to do when I get to heaven? And I said, well, I don't know. Now, I had just kind of poured my heart out a little bit. So I thought this is a true story. This is why I remember it. When it came back, she says, when I get to heaven, I'm going to ask him, and I'm going to ask Noah, when they got on the ark, why didn't they just kill those 2 fucking flies? Why didn't they just kill those 2 flies and this would have all been over with? Or maybe I'll ask God, why even create them in the first place? Now, that's a true story. And I sat there in the dark, and I'm like, we had a great party, great barbecue. Everything was so much fun. Everyone's gone home. I pour my heart out a little bit. I'm expecting some reciprocation. That's a $12 word for you. And she talks how did her mind go to, I'm going to ask Noah how come he didn't kill those 2 flies. That's how it happened. True story. Yes, my wife is back online.
We received another PayPal. Can I interrupt you?
You can, but you better tell people that's a true story. You said that.
Oh, yeah. God and I are going to have a little discussion when I get up there about flies.
That just was the weirdest thing for you to do. All right. What do you got, sweetheart?
I'm Grateful Ed on YouTube for the radio station KGXT Rocks. $20 from Grateful Ed on PayPal.
I'm just going to keep drinking. Every time something comes through, I'm just going to Grateful Ed. That's a good. If there's not a better reason to drink for a Grateful Ed, what more reason do I need? And you too. Let's drink. All right. Back to what I was saying before I got. So in the studio, there's flies. And I'm not saying that I've done a bad job raising Gen Z kid. I've raised 32 children. This last batch of 8, he's the youngest one. But he grabs a fly swatter. Now, listen. Trippy was here. Trippy Pineapple. Lionheart was here. Sammy Joe was here. I forget who else was standing here. David Black might have been here. And I told the kid, I said, hey, kid, grab the fly swatter. Kill these flies. There's 5 or 6 flies in here. This is not an exaggeration. This motherfucker grabs the fly swatter like a golf club. And he is swinging up and around as hard as he can. He's hitting the wall. He's hitting the floor. He's hitting the table. And after the 3rd time, he broke the fly swatter. Now, I thought at first, as did Lions, like, well, maybe he really was just going after that one. Oh, he did it again. It's Tuesday. And that's 3. And by the 4th one, the fly swatter broke. I had no idea the kid did not know how to swat a fly. He full on was like he was chopping wood, hit it as hard as he fucking could. Now, I wasn't even drinking, and I lost my shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not know how to swat a fly? He goes, oh, I'm good. And I go, you fucking ruined the fly swatter that we've had for years. No one's ever broke it, and you ruined it in 40 seconds. True story. And he had to bend it and try to put it back together. All right. The other one is that we did the World Show the other day, and the flag behind was turned around. Okay. We put the flag up wrong. It was, just hanging it up there, but the stars were on the wrong, Union's on the wrong side. Man, I'll tell you, the World Show This is one of this is a telltale sign of how fucked up the internet is. Okay. You got the flag wrong. You got the flag wrong. We're like, okay, we'll get it after the show. You got the fucking flag wrong. Another guy. And the staff was like, okay, listen, we got it. We'll fix it. Those fuckers wanted me to stand up and do it right then. I'm like, hey, fuck off. I'll get it when the show's done. I'm sorry. It was an accident. No one's trying to be, well, you're just being disrespectful. No, we're not trying to be disrespectful. We're not trying to. We're just fuck off for a sec. So anyway, I just want to show you this real thing real quick. We got it right. See, this is the right way. If I turn around behind me and I stand up, it is on my left, just like the picture says. I even wore a green shirt and I wore a blue hat with a gray brim, so that I made sure that I did the picture right according to whoever did this, was his wiki how you do shit or whatever. All right. And my wife is back. Yes, dear.
Hi, everyone. KG sent $50 on Cash App. We have Cash App at Gen X Talks, and KG used it for $50 for the studio.
I love KG. I do. I got to admit, I love his wife a little more. Well, she's a girl. Not like girls. I like women. I'm sorry. But isn't everything we have at Gen X Talks? Isn't
I
like
believe
Venmo
so.
and PayPal and Cash App? Didn't the kids set all that up?
I believe so.
At Gen X Talks, one word.
Yes.
So apparently KG figured out the Cash App thing. KG, my man, thank you. You didn't have to do that, brother. You didn't. But I appreciate you when you do. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, whatever. I'm supposed to whore myself out and go, oh, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. It's all at Gen X Talks. But I always forget to do it. Thank you for bringing that up. Whatever. Sorry about that. I don't whore myself out as well as I used to. All right. So real quick here, I got into an argument the other day, and I want to go over it real quick with you. And it was I got into the argument about liberal-run cities. And the reason I got into this argument, and I was with people, it was in a Zoom type interview, a Zoom type meeting on stuff. And I said, do you guys realize that we're ranked number 3 in the world, our country, on how fucked up our gun violence is, our homicides, our attempted murder? We're like the third worst country in the world. And everyone's like, oh, I'm sure that was the Bush administration and the Trump administration. And they're going on and on. And when they finally slowed down talking for a New York fucking minute, I jumped in and I said, now let me hold on. I said, we're ranked 3rd in the world on how fucked up gun violence is. And of course, you know what they say, well, just take away the guns and the Second Amendment's fucking everything up and blah, 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 blah. And I spoke again. And I said, now, we're ranked 3rd and fucked up in this with guns. Take away Chicago, Detroit, San Francisco, Los Angeles. I think the other one was Philadelphia. There was 5 cities. You take those out, and we are no longer 3rd and fucked up in this when it comes to guns. We are 198th. People of the good ship, hear me speak. You take out these liberal-run cities, you take away all their laws and their rules, and defund the police, and literally their shit, their policies in these things are cut the branch off you're sitting on. Is there a better way to describe it? I know that's old school. I know that's Generation X terminology. I know I'm not looking at polls and graphs and charts. I'm telling you, when you look at the overall scheme of these things, and you've been on this planet half a century, and they're done running their fucking mouth, you go, well, if you'd quit sawing off the branch you're sitting on, you wouldn't fuck up so much. We're like 198th. Do you get that? Turning the mic back on, I'm getting waved by Miss Carol Merrill over there. Go ahead.
Oh, we received another PayPal for the studio, $50. Let's rock this nation. It's from, I'm not sure if I could say his real name, but it's
This is initials or something, or just his first name.
HOSGS 14 Haas.
No, yeah, he's in here as that. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know his real name, but that's who
Yeah,
he is.
no, that dude Hogs.
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. I always fuck it up. I go Hossaguguz. It's like trying to say the word sausage backwards. I can't do it.
Okay.
But if you say it's Hoggis, you know what?
It was $50.
All right, look, that
so
dude.
many nice people tonight.
Do you know what I call? You know what pops in my head, sweetheart? Whenever I see his name,
What?
it's Boss Hogg from
Yeah.
the Dukes of Hazzard. I know it's wrong, but it's Boss Hogg. So I guess his Boss Hogg donated $50. Thank you very much for that.
Grateful Ed wants to know, since you're on the topic, who's number one? Probably a country where guns are banned. Who's number one? Do you?
I did know. I wrote all this stuff down, but for the purposes of our discussion here, I don't remember who was 1 and 2. I was sticking with we were number 3 because we were. But that's a good question. I got to go look that up again. I do have that stuff written down. I did the homework on it for sure.
He says we can call him Haas.
Yeah, but Boss Hogg just fits now. I'm sorry. It just does. Boss Hogg just fits now. So what did you say we could call him?
Haas.
Haas. All right, your mic is off. Shut the hell up. All right, some women, goddamn women running the show here. All right, so anyway, what was it? Oh yeah, so the liberal shit. All right, back to where I was. Anyway, when I brought that up, they were like, "You're lying. You're full of shit." And I'm like, "Okay, well here's the receipts. Go look it up yourself." And they did. And then they quit talking about it. I was like, we're 10 minutes into this interview type thing. And I'm like, so you've had time. Did you look it up? I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't have time to go look that up. You know, bullshit. You know that if they'd have looked it up and I was wrong, they'd have been hold on in my face right now. None of them were. None of them were. Victory for common sense. All right, back to what I was saying. So why I brought this up was Walgreens in San Francisco, as we all know, have been just closing stores. And the ones they're leaving open, they had a video. They walked through the store. Everything is chained shut with plexiglass and chains and locks. All of it. The whole fucking store. You can't, they made a point of saying you can't grab a candle, a $6 candle off the shelf and put it in your cart and walk up. And they say, well, a staff member will assist you. That means you automatically forced Walgreens to offer personal shoppers. Personal shoppers at a Walgreens. We're not at Saks Fifth Avenue. We're not at Nordstrom's. We have personal shoppers now at fucking Walgreens out of necessity because there's assholes that steal shit. The linked stories to this, which I really, really enjoyed, I went down a rabbit hole with this one, was all of the bystanders that were tackling people stealing, that were pinning them up against this one dude. There's this one guy, these two women ran out. And I if I say there was 2 black women stealing and a white guy stopped them, even though that's what happened, even though those are just the facts, someone's going to go, well, that's just racially insensitive. Yeah, I think so too. But I'm thinking of it for a whole different reason why it's racially insensitive. So these 2 chicks, we'll call them chicks, they take off and they got all these purses, and I mean big expensive purses, and they're running out of the store. And this dude, he couldn't catch the one, but he flat out grabs the other one and lays her out. She's down on the floor screaming, let me go, let me go. He's like, fuck you, the cops are coming. All the purses and all the merchandise all over the floor, and he's got her fucking down by the head. Now, there's 7 or 8 of these videos I saw. And I love that part because I've been involved in some stuff like that myself. And the part of it I love is that you can't fire me. You can't fire those guys. Well, we have to fire those employees because they were protecting assets and they were putting themselves in danger. We have company policies in place. We have stupid, liberal, fucked up, run by insurance companies and human resources departments policies in place. Did you hear me? Did you hear me in the back? Your policies are fucked up, stupid, wrong, don't go along with common sense, and they are put in place by liberal HR departments and lawyers and insurance companies, and they're wrong. Your policies for that type of treatment on how your employees are trying to stop a crime, protect the company, and stand up for common decency, and your policies go against that, you're wrong. Well, we have reasons for that. We're trying to avoid lawsuits. You know what? Take a risk, grow some balls, and do the right thing. Play that back if you need to, because I'm not fucking around with you. I'm serious. And these innocent bystanders are doing more to fight crime and more for your company than you are. Are you listening to me, board of directors? Are you listening to me, CEOs? Are you listening to me, whoever's in charge of human fucking resources? Follow me on this. It's real simple. You're part of the fucking problem. You're not helping anybody. You live in a world where you're just trying to cover your ass, and it's fucking wrong. And regular jabronis like me have to stand up and show you how to do things. Regular guys like me have to stand up and go, okay, turn on your security cameras, watch, this is how you're supposed to do stuff. Fucking who keeps blowing up my fucking phone?
Why is your phone on?
I don't know why my phone's on. Hang on, your microphone's back on. We'll let her talk for a second here while I fucking deal with this. Why is my phone on? There shouldn't be anything on. That's on, that's off. That's off, off, off. All right, no more from them. Fucking staff thread. All right, anyway, you get what I'm saying with that. And that example, what I put up there on that picture, that's Walgreens. They've already closed, I want to say eight or nine stores in the greater San Francisco area. And the rest of them are locked shut. There are so many businesses pulling out of that area because the politicians have everything backwards. Everything is for the criminal. Nothing is for the regular red-blooded American trying to do the right thing. Are you saying that criminals aren't red-blooded Americans trying to do the right thing? That's exactly what I'm fucking saying. And I don't have a problem saying it. There's good people and there's assholes. I don't care if they're white, black, brown, Filipino, what doesn't matter. There's assholes in every area. And there's good people in every area. So let's just qualify it by that. Let's classify it the way it is. Good people are trying to do the right thing, and you're fucking it up. The laws, the politicians in those cities, the liberal politicians, you're fucking it up. Well, but at least we're being nice to everybody. At least we're being kind. No, you're really not. Because it can't last forever. And all you've done is teach them they can get away with something, and then when it comes time that the grown-ups get back in office, you're out, they're in, policies change, and now these people don't know how to live. Because the path you've shown them is fucked up. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody tell me, I'm going to fucking pour a glass, right? Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody put thumbs down, put angry faces if I'm wrong. If I'm right, put a thumbs up. Just let me know. Just something simple. Let me know. I'm going to click over where I can see it. How fucked up am I? If I'm fucked up, I'll pour this out. If you give me thumbs up that you're on board, then I'll drink this. Tell me right now. There's Marshall's on my side. I hate fucks. Justin, thank you. Top Knots. Home of the Brave. 37 Hurst. Noel. You see what I'm saying? I'm not alone. You human resources people that are watching, you CEOs that are watching, you board of directors that are watching. This is how common people think. We're average middle class America. We're the fucking ones that generate all the economy. We count. We fucking count. Quit ignoring us. You saw what happened to Bud Light. You saw what happened to Disney. You push us too far and fuck off. I'm sorry. I got a drink. I didn't want this to be a big bitching session, but that's what it came down to. All right. There's some things over here in the sheets. PETA de Bomb, $100. Literally, my whole screen is bright red over here. PETA de Bomb, $100. 20 to Gen X Mom. Well, PETA's not perfect. PETA made a mistake there. 20 Gen X Mom, 20 to whiskey, and 60 to the studio. Well, the whiskey money's respectable. Thank you for that, PETA. $100 bills. Big fat C-No turned everything red. Kailash, hello from Nova Scotia. Good Lord, what time is it over there? It's got to be late. General Giggles. General Giggles. Anyone into Cologne? What's everyone's I can't read all of it. Something scent of the day, is that what it says? Mine is Creed Silver and Mountain Water. That's a very tough segue for me. We were angry about the crime and then we went to PETA with a big fat donation for the studio, and now let's talk about smell. General Giggles wants to talk about smell. Well, my personal favorite is what do I smell like 1985. That was a good year for me, and I've tried to consistently smell like the year 1985. If you want to know what 1985 smells like, give me a hug. Sammy Jo gave me a hug. She knows what 1985 smells like, but I don't know what it is. Gen X Mom, your mic is on. What's my smell?
Drakkar.
Is there more than one, or is it just one?
Well, as far as I know, you only take the one.
The black bottle.
Yes.
Okay. So Drakkar. John Morgan, who is going to do the first party foul and spill alcohol in the new studio. It has not. No one has yet. No one spilled any drinks yet. But we should get a board going for who's going to do that. Scott Royston, member for 9 months. He's an extra. Thanks, Scott, for sticking around for 9 months. Insurmountable Cali Cat. There needs to be a pomegranate colors somewhere in the studio, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, I forgot. Or just a picture of a pomegranate. Or a picture, Scott Royston. There's the first picture that KGXT should purchase from Scott, because he's got some great artwork. The guy's fucking brilliant with his oil paintings. A pomegranate, some sort of pomegranate would be great. We'd hang that up in the studio. It has sentimental meaning and good stuff. Sentimental. I said sentimental feeling. Didn't come out. Then I went sentimental mealing. Sentimental mealing. I haven't drank too much. Now, I got started a little bit before the show, as you can tell, so I'm half a bottle in, but sentimental feeling, as they say. Bubba Shinobi, flat planet or a round one? The general. He said around, like around the block. He didn't say a round. Flat planet or a round one? Well, it's round. It's not actually round. It's kind of an oblique spherical shape. And every physicist in the world will tell you that. And Russia sends up the spaceship, takes a picture. China takes a picture. Everybody's taking pictures from all over the country. They're all not in some conspiracy. What would be the point? You tell me why all these countries would say it's flat, but we're going to keep that. What's the point of keeping it from you? Why do it? Can you imagine if one of these countries like Iran or North Korea flew up and took a picture and went, oh my God, the earth is flat? They'd be fucking heroes. They'd be goddamn heroes. They would say, everyone in the whole world has been lying to you, and look what we've just... Someone would be a goddamn hero. National Geographic would put a satellite up just to be the first ones to show that. So, Bubba Shinobi, there's your answer. Amanda L. checked out your podcast this week, and it had me rolling on the floor laughing. All right, let me get to that. Let's just talk about it right now. I don't know if any of the staff and the moderators can put up a link to the audio podcast, which is my wife and I. It runs about 45 minutes to an hour, drops every Friday morning. She kicks the shit out of me for 45 to 50 minutes. You guys think that's entertaining? We had a bet. This last podcast ended up being a bet because she made me tell these fucking stupid stories that nobody wants to listen to. And I go, I told her on the podcast, and I left it in. You can hear it. I said, you've ruined the podcast by making me tell these stories. These are stupid. They're bullshit. And nobody cares. And you're really going to lose the female audience because they really don't care about this shit. She said, no, it's not true. You're wrong. I said, well, not likely. I mean, I was wrong once, but then it turns out I was mistaken. So I wasn't even wrong that time. And... so we had a bet. I said, you've ruined the podcast. This is going to be one of the lowest rated podcasts ever. And she goes, no, it'll be one of the highest ever. I said, okay, if it's the highest ever, I will give you a shopping spree at Hobby Lobby. If it's the lowest one ever, or near the lowest one, you have to swim in the pool naked outside. And she said, fine, bet. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are planning on looking over the fence at my wife swimming naked in the pool, which she has done more than once, you're going to have to wait a little longer because it turns out that the numbers are showing she's right, I'm wrong, and it looks like my wallet's going to get a little bit lighter in the future. And your microphone is on. Thank you for raising your hand, my lovely wife.
I told you it was going to be good. You didn't believe
I
me.
didn't.
You have
Because
so many stories out there that you need to tell, and when we're on the podcast, you can keep going.
I know, but it just seems like it's such a dumb thing to talk about, and then you keep pushing me to do it, and I keep going, this is stupid, let's move on. And it turns out you were right.
Well, most people on here said I won, so, you know.
You did. You're so far. I don't think I even have a mathematical way of catching you to win that bet. Go ahead.
I received another PayPal from Troy Jansen.
Let me grab my glass.
$100 for the studio needs from I wrench 454.
Yeah, that dude's been laying down some stuff in some of the comments. I've been going through stuff. He's been participating some stuff because we're both wrenches, and that's a good thing there. So I'm getting that $100. I will tell you that it was well spent because it's going to be for the studio, but I'm also going to tell you thank you because it doesn't matter whether you guys are giving $3 or $100 or $300. It's your money. You earned it. You don't have to give anything to anybody. That's your money. Now, not only am I grateful and thankful, but I'm proud to be your friend because you're giving it to a place where once we get the radio station going, they can't shut me off. They can't shut my wife down. They can't stop the kid for some of the outrageous stuff he's not allowed to post yet, but he will. There's no way to shut us off when we have our own radio station. We're not going to go out of our way to be assholes, but we're certainly going to tell all of the truth, all of the time. That's where your $100 went. Thank you, my friend. Drinking another one. Well, I have to drink. It's socially obligated, all right? Oh, that's what they used to yell. Not parties in the 80s. It was more like in the 90s or so in 2000s. When you're at a barbecue or party in your mind, sociable. Anybody else do sociable? Yeah, sociable. When someone yelled sociable, you had to drink to be sociable, to be part of what's going on. Yeah, true story. All right. J-Mac, welcome to being an extra. Thank you very much, J-Mac. I'm hoping you guys are saying welcome as they go by because I'm missing these. I'm late. You guys have to see them going by and say something because I miss it. And you guys are just as capable of making people feel welcome as me. So please do that. Ashley Beth Crawford, this is ABC. Hello, General. Hope you remember me. Sorry I've been gone. Lupus sucks. Yeah. Better. Can't read that. Better now. Love the new studio. Thank you very much. I appreciate you checking in. I didn't forget you, not even for a little bit, especially with all those pictures you sent me way back in the day, if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. She didn't send me those pictures. Loud one. $10 turn a whole screen yellow. I can't do what I do without people around me. My beautiful bride, my beautiful sister from another mister, and Gen X dad and Gen X mom support along with the Bottom of the Glass Nation. Loud one, you have done a ton for the program. I know you claim that I give you support that you couldn't get anywhere else, but I want to tell you, I'll tell you something right now. I'll just make it public. All the decisions that you've talked to me about in your life over the past 6 months, I didn't give you any advice and I didn't give you any direction. I just listened. You made a choice on your own and every one of them turned out good. This was you steering your own life. I know you like to give credit. I want to be honest. I probably would have fucked up giving you advice. You did it. I listened. I was supportive. I'm there for that. But a lot of the times in life, people, your first intuition is almost always right. There, you can all take that one away. Whatever decision you're thinking about, if you're in your marriage, if you're at work, if you're in school, talking about friends, things you think you should do or don't do, whatever your first intuition is almost always the right way to go. You talk yourself into other ones. And Loud One was no different. All I did was remind him and say, well, your first thought was to do this. And then he went and did it. But it was his thought. It was his action. And consequently, right now, it's his success. Nobody else's. And it could be yours too. Just go with your gut. I swear to God, these next generations of millennials and of Gen Z, Those fucking people grow up trying to second guess themselves, and they want to go make a life decision. They got to go read a self-help book. And they get online and they like, well, what do you think about this? And they get 7,000 people. Just shut up. Nobody knows your life better than you, but you will lie to yourself. Hardest thing to overcome for me was lying to myself about things. And I did it consistently for most of my life. Probably still doing it, still fighting that battle. But if you take your first intuition and go, I'm going to take that job, I'm going to buy that car, I am going to marry that person, your gut instinct is usually right. You may not like it. What if someone proposed to you and your gut was saying don't do it? Ooh. You don't like it when I spin it that way, do you? Listen, I've been on this planet for half a century. I'm a keen observer of human nature. I just watch what goes on, and I learn from it. I'm telling you right now, go with your gut on stuff. You're almost always going to be right. Loud one did. Made the right choices. Many of you in here have, and you've made the right choices. All of you who are your gut is telling you, don't show up to the Gen X Talks barbecue on Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a shitstorm. You're probably right. I'll probably fuck the whole thing up. Cancel your hotel reservations. Trade your plane tickets back in for mileage. That's what I would do. Doug Dillon, 42nd birthday was yesterday, Doug. Happy birthday, my man. And wife is 20-year anniversary tomorrow. Wow, that is a long prison sentence. I feel for you, Doug.
Watch it.
What's that?
I said watch it.
Well, I got to assume that Doug is got a ball and chain like the rest of us. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's the one out of
You're
a million.
in a penitentiary too, so watch it.
And you are the warden. Well, I don't know what else privileges you could take away from me, but all right. All right, where was I? Chris Conrad, member for 9 months. He's an extra. Chris, thank you for sticking around for 9 months. Dahlman Channel, $9.99, $10. Turn my whole screen yellow. Just got done in the shop. Got my whiskey ready. Let's fix the universe. Shop is called Dahlman Performance. I build high-performance engines for stand-up scooters. GoPed? Is that what right? And stand-up scooters. Let's drink for all. I'm with you. Twisting a wrench and drinking. Those are my two favorite things. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, what if I send $50 in ones? One at a time, you still going to drink every time? No, Sammy Joe, I'm not. Oh, Kyle Reckon, I love that you've done with the room table. If you're not a member, you won't have seen it. He's right. Kel, how do I say that? How do you say it? Reichen? Well, he said if you haven't seen, he loves what we did with the table. It wasn't we, it was Lionheart. But if you're not a member, you'd have no idea what the 19-hole 1999 oak table turned into, and you're seeing it. We're not done yet. Oh, which reminds me, Two Bear, heard you got a vinyl guy. Because once we get this all done, we want to take everything off of it and lay out the vinyl, something black with Gen X Talks logos. You just got to, Two Bear, we want to finish this thing out. Right now, it's sanded, sanded all the corners and did everything, but we got to fill it in. So if you can help with that. Chris Stockham gifted 1 membership to Jub. The dude's name is Jub? Yep. Did you write that correctly?
I did.
J-U-B, Chubb. Now, there's a dude who doesn't have a lot of time on his hands. He said, well, what would you like your screen name to be? He's like, well, I'll use my initials, Jub, J-U-B. I'm assuming. I don't really know, Jub. Stacy Cape, $10. I understand the studio needs, but still got to keep the general from going dry. To the liquor fund. Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Stacy. That's a woman after my own heart. I have fallen deeply in love with you. But we have a problem. Something just occurred to me right now. I'm pouring myself another shot. Hold number 7. We have to stop the broadcast right now. We can't go one step further. Now, I'm going to click on the comments so I can read the live comments. But we can't go any further. Would anyone like to guess why? Would anyone like to fix the problem I'm referring to and so we can continue on? No, not a mic check. No. Thanks, Gen X Mom, Gen Z Kid. Please, a couple weeks have been kind of rough. Thanks for helping me through the hard time. That was, I love every, I'm trying to read that from Will. I hope everyone is doing well to a great night. We're trying to, Will, but we have a problem. There we go. Well, that was from Lionheart. I have to put him in a timeout. He shouldn't have said that. He can't. There we go. All right. Who said? I saw someone there. Ace Diamond. Nope. You can't say it. You're a guy. You're in timeout too.
Somebody did. I just didn't post it.
Who else? I don't care. If you're not here, Disney Mama Sammy Joe and Mary Mathis beat her out by a little bit. They called me handsome. Mary Mathis called me handsome first. Now we can drink and we can continue the pot. If you don't call me handsome, I get a little self-conscious. I get a little weary of what's going on, and I can't continue. I fumble my words, and everything's fucked up. We don't want that.
I hate fuck because I'm not calling you handsome.
Then you're not getting put in the timeout shed. All right. Dom and Channel 499 to see what the races are. Look up Adams Raceway. Really? GoPed races is what I do. It's amazing. Dom and Channel, thank you to all the mods for being awesome. Thank you to Gen X Mom, the General, and Gen Z Kid for giving us I can't read it. She's got to raise it up. And for giving us an
awesome time.
What is it?
There you go.
Giving us an awesome time to share with us. Thank you very much. And Gen X Mom for moving the sheets for me. Kristen Marriott, welcome to Legion of X. I hope you said hello to Kristen and welcome as she went by. Dama Channel, $10 to the Whiskey Fund. Thank you very much for the Whiskey Fund. Loud One, $5. If they're doing the right thing, they wouldn't be stealing crap. Correct. Going back to the Frisco thing. John Morgan, $10. Have you seen Busch Light Peach? The Budweiser making a fruity beer. Go figure. You know, they just keep fucking things up worse and worse. They really do. Dom and Channel, $9.99, $10. Another one to Gen X Mom, just because you are awesome for all you do. All right. Domin. Okay, I realize you've been working all day. You locked up the shop. You went home. You kicked off your boots. You put the dog outside. You drew the blinds and everything. But you know,
country song.
What's that?
That sounded like a really bad country song.
You
closed up the shop, you went home, you kicked the dog, you got a beer, and that's what you should be singing.
Well, what I am trying to say is that you need to adjust your medication or start drinking a little earlier. If you're going to give money to Gen X Mom for being awesome, you clearly don't know my wife. I'm just saying, what do I know?
Oh, man. Lionheart went behind your back.
What do you do? I put him in a timeout.
I have multiple accounts.
Oh, that mother! I put him in the woodshed. I put him in a timeout. Him and Ace Diamond went to the woodshed. If you get put in timeout, you can see what's going on. You can listen, but you can't comment. You're in the woodshed. I think it's 5 minutes. God damn him. Bonnie Lambert found you a couple of months ago through your son. What an awesome channel. Love your honesty. Bonnie, welcome. If this is one of your first times watching the live streams, consider it like a first date. I will do all the work, which is what you want. Don't tell me no. Sean and Steph just want to say thank you for the laughs and the nostalgia. Your shorts remind me of me and with my pop. You rock. Thank you, Sean and Steph. Thank you for taking time to chime in. Thank you for time to leave a message for us. I'm sorry I got to it late, but thank you very much for doing so. No Hill for a high stepper. Haven't talked with my dad in 20 years. Should I go to his funeral? Yeah. No Hill for a high stepper. Haven't talked with my dad in 20 years. Should I go to his funeral? Yes. Now, if you're looking at it from one point of view, you get to have the last word. Right? If that's your stance of he's wrong all these years and you were right all these years, you go and you get to have the last word. You go and everybody that shows up sees that you're a step above. But if you really want even a shot at closure, if you really want to go and try to, you should have mended fences when there was another person mending the other side of the fence. Too late for that. But if you want any hope or any semblance of closure and completion on this, then you go with respect. You go leaving aside whatever differences he caused, you caused, and you just go there because it's the right thing to do. You go there as the dutiful son, and you mean it. You'd be surprised what you're going to take away from that. I'm just saying. But think of it this way. Whether you're going there in one aspect to be the dutiful son, setting things aside and coming away with some sort of a connection, some sort of closure, or you're going there with some attitude of having the last word, it's a win-win for you. Tell me a reason why you wouldn't go. Now, just saying, probably plagiarized that, probably stole it from somebody. I haven't had an original thought in my head since 1973. However, unless you can come up with something, I think that's what you ought to do. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. Just the Tiff, member for 16 months. She has earned her big red one. Bottom of Glass Nation. Great. I'm late. I'm still at work and just got back to my office after dealing with issues in the cemetery. We were just talking some cemetery talk. Glad to see you, handsome general. Oh, just the Tiff. She loves me. I love her back. She knows we do. Adam Peddler, you still doing YouTube if once you're on the radio airwaves? Yeah. We're still going to do the live streams. If the kid quits doing the ambush videos, great. I'm all for that. Got a feeling he's still going to do it. But nothing changes. Gen X Talks kind of has a format. We have a program. We're sticking to it. We're moving forward. The only thing that's going to change, I think the kid is adding a TikTok live stream, which is dangerous because every time I do one, I get banned within 12 minutes. Every single time. But now it's been 6 months or so, 8 months. He wants to try it again. I'm down, but don't be mad if we get kicked out because every fucking time we go on there and TikTok, their algorithm looks at us, their administrators look at us, the asshole haters look at us and like, this is a big Partridge Family style bus with a bunch of drunk Gen Xers going through the fucking mountains at 60 miles an hour, getting ready to go over the cliff. Somehow we keep making every turn. I don't know how. But TikTok pushes us over every time and goes, you're fucking out. Yes, my lovely wife.
I have 2 comments to make right now.
Okay.
We received a $50 PayPal donation from Paul McDonald. Split this between the studio and the whiskey fund.
That's a perfect split. My man.
The Sun Valley Fox texted me and said, "Hi, sis. Do I have seat number 3? We need to start a whiskey fund for the barbecue. I have booked the hotel and I'll be there."
Okay, now the Sun Valley Fox is a man I love and admire. He's my older brother-in-law, not as good looking as me, not as wise as me, but you have to give him respect. You know, anybody that's over the age of 85 automatically earns respect. They lived a long time. That's a good thing. The Sun Valley Fox chimed in and asked about the barbecue for Labor Day, which everyone's going to be there. Sun Valley Fox is going to be there. Does he still have his spot at the bar? Yeah. And then he's just, as you heard my wife, he just said something incredibly clever. We need to start a whiskey fund for the barbecue. Did he donate? No. Did he kick off the whiskey fund with $1? Did he say, here's the first $1? You got to remember his generation. I know my brother-in-law. I love my brother-in-law, Sun Valley Fox, but that old coot, he if you say, hey, hand me $1, he'll get in his wallet and he'll rub that $1 15 times before he hands it to you to make sure he didn't accidentally give you 2. Yeah, Gen X Mom, your mic's on.
They're asking where the jar is. You don't have the jar out.
Whoa, there's no jar?
There is no jar.
Is there a jar now? Should be a jar now. I do apologize. Does anybody know who the $2 whore is tonight? I can't give away a prize, but I want you to know the $2 whore tonight.
There's the jar.
Is a real $2 whore. This person would sell their soul to the devil for $2, and you can have it too for $2. Just so you know, I've met this person in real life. I love this person, but they are the epitome of a $2 whore. All right. So back to me trashing the Sun Valley Fox. Do you think that man's going to come down here and put $1 down on the table? I don't think so. Gen X mom.
Tiff said, you tell the Sun Valley Fox to fill the decanter all those times he hasn't done it. He does not get to demand to start a fund so easily.
Do you see what I'm saying?
But wait,
Yeah.
then Ashley chimes in and says, don't yell at my friend the Sun Valley Fox.
Oh my God. Ashley's on staff here. She's not only cute and wonderful and beautiful, she's on staff. And she has personally met the Sun Valley Fox and spent time with him. And, you know, I got to say, he's called the Sun Valley Fox for a reason. Imagine a dude in the LA suburbs in the 70s with a big Chevy shag carpeted van, lifted in the back, lowered in the front, Krager rims all the way around, alligator back tires with an 8-track, and got the dark glasses. Looks like Matthew McConaughey from Dude Wars. No, not Dude. Oh shit! Now I'm fucking drawing a blank. First movie Matthew McConaughey was ever in. Can't remember it right now. Drawing a blank. And that's the Sun Valley Fox. Girls upon girls upon girls. I didn't name him the Fox. I learned.
Girls named him.
What's that?
I said the girls named him.
Yeah. The girls named. I'm just passing along information. This is one fucking cool cat.
He's just sitting there shaking
So
his head going,
so
yep.
there he is living his full life, and comes full circle. And do you think he's willing to give back to the community? Do you think he's ever given $5 to the Singapore Hooker Fund for me? Here's your answer. No, not even a little bit. Tiff's right. Absolutely right. All right, what am I missing here? Dom and Channel $1.99 got my bad for typing it wrong. There you go. GXT, my bad for typing wrong. Yes, you're wrong on that, but you still going to yell at you for it. Dom and Channel $9.99, $10 for the general for being the best of GTX. I have you 100%. I know you do, man. I'm just fucking with you a little bit. I know you do. We're still cool, man. Sometime we got to sit down and have a drink and talk shop. Jan Mott's $5 with a little symbol on there. I think it's from the European side of thing. For my Gen X people and for the whiskey fund. Bottom of the glass, baby, she says. I love Jan. I do.
Everybody's saying it's trippy. Is it trippy?
It is trippy. Trippy Pineapple is
You said he'd whore himself out for $2?
What, are you upset you missed the opportunity while he was here?
No, I'm just saying, man. I don't think so.
Trippy would. If you got Trippy in a room and said, I want you, and I want you to whore yourself out for $2. Trippy, who's so quiet, Trippy's the type of guy, he's so quiet and so mild-mannered, the guy wouldn't say shit if his mouth was full of it. He wouldn't. And if you corners at $2, you go, okay, yeah, I guess $2 is, $2 is fine. He's have his head down the whole time, but he's very compliant. He tries to give, never take. That's Trippy. $2 whore, I'm telling you. Everybody bring, but you got it. Now, there's one stipulation with Trippy I've learned. You can't give him a 10 and ask for $8 back. He won't make change. You can't give him two $1 bills. You actually have to have an original $2 bill. And then he's in. There's a stipulation there, so we're running low on those things in the country. Wicked Widget Productions, member for 15 months, Bottom Glass Nation. I can't read all this, but I'm going to try. Wow, 15 months, and I am still clinging on to, and that's all I got. I can't read the rest of it.
Hold on.
I can't read the rest of it. It says we got to use what happens when you hire the handicap. Wicked Widget Productions, 15 months. Wow, 15 months, and I'm still clinging onto the windshield, but the pedal to the metal, over the cliff we go. The Wicked Widget joined in, and we said, hey, man, the bus is full. the bus going through the mountains at 60 miles an hour. We're all drinking. We're all naked. We're all running around. We're full. He goes, well, then I'm hanging onto the outside of the bus. He's been on the windows. He's been on the windshield, hanging onto the windshield wipers. He's been on the top of the bus. 15 months that dude has been riding through the mountains with us trying to get in. That's badass. Lionheart, barbecue whiskey fun, $2. Seeing who the whore is. Thank you very much, loud one. Sorry. Lionheart. And Beetlejuice. He didn't show up. Beetlejuice or Lionheart. Loud one, $2 on behalf of the Sun Valley Fox. Kickstart the fund. Oh, great. So now we have Loud one starting the whiskey fund for the Sun Valley Fox that should have been doing it himself. No, for Christ's sake. No Hill for a high step or $5. Thanks for the advice. If it works out, I would love to take credit for that. If you feel horrible, then don't blame me. But seriously, think about that. No downside. Might set a tone for you for a long time. Trippy Pineapple, $1.99. Barbecue hype. P.S. Hydrate. True story. Trippy never forgets to tell me to hydrate. Hey, what do you guys think? There's two things to talk about here. One is there's fucking microphone, man. This is fucking getting in my way here. Okay, two things to talk about here. Number one. Don't bitch at me. Howard Stern, you can almost never see his face. All right? Don't fucking... Maybe I'm imitating Howard Stern. Fuck off. Okay. Two things to talk about here as I hydrate. Trippy Pineapple told me to hydrate. We have refrigerated Hawaiian water, which is the best stuff ever. Number one, my jar matches the straw. I am color-coded. I am designer-friendly, as they say. You didn't think I had it in me, did you? No. I'm very Vogue. The problem is I still am a big fat guy drinking out of a straw. I know, even if it was quick, you guys still think, you guys picture in your head some little fat 10-year-old at the zoo with suspenders holding a balloon at the giraffes and drinking out of a straw, because guys cannot drink out of a straw and look cool. We can't. You just fucking can't do it. Mr. Fibble, $20. Can't come to the barbecue, but I can at least send you some spirits. $20 for the barbecue whiskey fund. Now there's other people joining in. You guys are letting the Sun Valley Fox off the hook. All right. John Paris, good evening, General. I am camping out in my work car overnight. Rest up on I-95 in Connecticut watching Gen X Talks. There isn't any better way to spend the night. Hey, John, you know I love you. And your daughter. She loves the intro. She dances. You told me about it. I thought that was great. Yeah, if you're going to waste an hour of your evening, what better place to waste it than here at Gen X Talks? We're solving the mysteries of the universe, man, one drink at a time. Coyote Adventure, so you're jealous the fox was cooler than you? Just asking. See, the fox was in the 70s in the suburbs of L.A. I ran the exact same schools, the exact same streets as the Sun Valley Fox in the 80s. Yeah, he's probably fucking cooler. I don't know. Maybe it was easier to be cooler in the 70s, you know? In the 80s, it might have been a little tougher. Because in the 80s, all the girls, including my wife, they wanted the preppies. They wanted the new wave hairstyle. They wanted your pants rolled up around your ankles. I guarantee you I was Levi's. I was white T-shirt and a leather jacket. Much easier to be cooler in the 70s like the Sun Valley Fox. Chet Mom, your microphone is on, sweetheart.
The Sun Valley Fox texted me again.
Great. Hold on. I got a pour to deal. If I'm going to deal with this motherfucker all night, I'm drinking right now. Go ahead.
Hey, his wife is at the gun range, okay?
Okay, wait a second. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Yes.
The Sun Valley Fox is home watching Gen X Talks.
That is correct.
His wife is at the gun range.
Yes, she is.
Okay, I got to tip my hat to that motherfucker. You're sitting there with a drink in your hand. You're like, honey, go off and train at the gun range. We got to have some security when I'm around at the barbecue. So he's not at the gun range. He had his chick go to the gun range. Oh my fucking Christ. All right, this one right there, before we go further.
I have more.
I know. Before we go further, this one is the Sun Valley Fox who fucking is sitting at home. I'm sorry you have to pour your own drinks tonight. Okay? I am sorry for that. But he set his chick to the... All right, this one's for him, Sun Valley Fox. Goddamn, something we should all aspire to be, the Sun Valley Fox.
That's why he's that cool.
That just means he's been cool for like 60 years. Fuck. Fuck.
So do you want to hear the rest of his
go
message?
ahead. What's the rest?
He says, I will donate $1.50. And it was a red carpeted shag 68 Dodge van.
Oh, Dodge
And
van.
Thanks, Ashley. That's what he wrote.
I'm not happy about this. I'm not. Do you realize? I don't think you guys understand. And I'm talking to my wife right now, you don't realize how many guys just listen to the description of his van with his shag carpet in the LA suburbs, being the Fox, being that cool. All of us went, fuck. I had a station wagon. I had tinted windows, but I don't.
But there's more. You know, when he was driving that van, he had a little sister, me, that was cute as a button at 5, that he used to put in that van as a chick magnet.
Yes, don't
because they all came over and go, is that your little sister?
Oh,
So cute.
I already know the lines he used. Yeah, it's my little sister. She kind of looks up to me. I'm taking care of her here. You know, my parents got a little busy, so I take care of my little sister. He could take you anywhere. He could take you to a grocery store and score chicks.
Oh, he was smart.
Oh.
Way smart.
Is there any way we can ban him from the fucking channel? That just irritates me to no end. Fuck. God damn it. Josh Maddox, member for 16 months, got his big red ones on staff here. KGX Studio member. Congrats on the new studio. Another page in the family's book. This chapter is going to be interesting. Best ever bar. Josh, if nothing else, the next chapter of Gen X Talks with this radio station, even if we keep everything else where it is, doing what we're doing, you're right, brother. It's going to be interesting. Because once they can't shut me up, and once we have people here in person and on Zoom calls, I got a feeling things are going to change. Might have some black helicopters circling around. I don't know. You never know. Holy shit! What am I seeing over here? Now I'm not trying to jump your bones over here, woman.
It's in the sheets.
Christina Dorvac, $350 for the other half of the camera.
I know.
Holy,
cool.
Wasn't Christina? Hey, can you? Wasn't she part of that of the 3 people that were the finalists?
Yes.
When we were doing the auction that time.
Yes.
Like 6 months ago, we did that really big auction, and Christina was in the running, right?
Yep.
She got the 3rd prize with all the glasses. Did she not?
She did.
Wow, you talk about someone who steps up in a time of need. All right.
So now we have a camera.
We have one. We bought one with your help before. That's 2. We still need 2 more, but that's okay.
They'll get there.
It will get there. We will get there eventually. Thank you very much. I didn't mean to jump line there. I wasn't trying to bury traffic. Werewolf 2004, $5, aka Terry Knowles. Okay, that makes sense. Terry Knowles is Werewolf. I didn't know that. He changed his fucking name. That's why I'm hanging on the top of the bus. Okay. Carl Gerard, our favorite Frenchman, $19.99, $20. Turn my whole screen over here orange. I'm just giving the general barbecue fun this week. Last week I got out in the woodshed for donating to the Sun Valley Fox. Yeah, if you donate to the Sun Valley Fox for anything, you're lucky we don't fucking ban you from the channel. You're lucky.
Wow.
But you're definitely going in the wood.
Don't a little stiff there. Jeez.
Yeah, I got something stiff.
Hey, this is a family show. Keep it in your pants, man. Keep it in your pants.
Sorry, been drinking. Went off a little bit on this. But you know, there, I backed it up. We're okay. Erase. Rewind and erase. Christina's 350 is still on my fucking screen. All right, so the sheets are done. That means you get to go back to what I want to talk about. Praise Buddha. All right, there we go. Assholes going to be fucking to your bill, more fish, land built. Now I had some stuff, man. Where's my shit? The flavors are my way. I'm down. Yeah, and oh shit, some of my stuff didn't make it. All right, hold on. I have notes. That's right. For the first time in many, many weeks, I wrote down a book of lies. All right, so real quick on the podcast, anybody wants to put up the podcast link, I lost. I lost the bet. I don't think my wife is going to be swimming in the pool naked unless it's Saturday, which she does normally anyway. And I think I have to give her that. You guys have to go judge the podcast for yourself. Next week should be really interesting. Not only does she kick the shit out of me regularly on the podcast, it's an audio podcast, something you can listen to on your drive to work. But when she's won something or when she's right, there's no living with her. Oh, there's no living with her at all, just so you know. Also, Buford update, if you are a member of YouTube membership program, if you're on the General's Lunchbox on Facebook, or you're a Patreon member, if you're a subscriber, you saw a quick video from Buford. Anybody who remembers Buford the Goat, you guys supported for almost a year the kid who did his FFA project. He bought and raised a goat, took him to the show, and did well there. You guys remember that? And also, anybody who's complaining, loud one, about not getting a T-shirt, loud one, which some of you did receive T-shirts already, loud one. But if you've lost your T-shirt, loud one, and you're going to complain that you never got it, pretending you never got it, loud one, we're going to make sure that we issue T-shirts. I bought a goat. Remember those tan shirts? I bought a goat, big Buford with the eyes, and there's a video up showing Trippy Dippy Pineapple found a home for Buford after the auction. He did not become a goat sandwich. No. We bought him, and he found a place for him, and he is living happily with other goats. There's a video up of him doing that. You can go check it out if you're a member. Don't go right now. We're in the middle of a live stream. Jesus. We did the full Chronicle. You know what? I think that's about it for tonight. I had some more stuff, but I've been drinking. We're almost an hour and a half in. Gen X mom is kind of at her limit for pain and sitting in the chair. She's done a great job.
Josh Maddox goes, "Ya hump one goat."
You fuck one goat.
There's one more thing in the sheets.
One more thing in the sheets. Stacy Cape, $5. I just hope you will finally remember I'm a dude, not a chick, with cruel parents. Yeah, every time I see Stacy Cape, I'm thinking, that's a girl and I'm in love. Every time. I'm sorry. I'll work on that. Listen, I got to go. Say goodbye to everybody, sweetheart.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for being here at the bottom of the Glass Nation in the KGXT studio.
We are here. She's not wrong. All right, her mic's off. That means you're stuck with me. Listen, I got to go. Everybody can go to Discord. Discord is where we hang out. Just chat rooms. They're grown-up Generation X chat rooms. There's politics. There's food. There's stuff. It's just hanging out with people like you. If somebody put up the Discord link, we can go to Discord and hang out. That's what you got to do. But I really appreciate you guys hanging out for an hour and a half with us. There was more to say. There was more to do. And I'm not quite done with my bottle. I didn't do a mic check tonight, so you might not have...
Discord tonight. Are you going to go say hello?
I don't know. I just said you haven't even...
You need to go hang out.
You haven't
been there in a long time.
You haven't even fed me dinner.
I'm going to go get it. If you go over there,
you said you were getting dinner at 6:30. It's now almost 7:30.
It's there. It's in the house. Remember, we're not in the house anymore.
Do I look like a man who misses many meals?
No, you don't. But I'm going to go get it. You got to go on Discord.
Wait a minute.
He'll be on Discord, everyone.
You can't just say
He's
that.
He's going to the General's Hangout or the Hangout or wherever that place
you
is.
Can't just...
You're going.
You're not the boss of me.
You're playing. You're going.
She's doing the Sharon Osbourne thing. You remember when Ozzy Osbourne says, "I'm not going to Albuquerque. I'm not doing a concert in Albuquerque. The Stones never played Albuquerque. The Beatles never played Albuquerque. I'm not going." And Sharon Osbourne, who was his manager, and his wife says, You're going to Albuquerque. Now go." "I'm not going." The video cuts. The next scene is him on stage. "Hello, Albuquerque." Oh, man. When I hear my wife talk like that, run her mouth like she owns the place.
Oh. Coyote Adventure says, "Antisocial fucker."
I'm reminded of one of the... Whoa, what happened there?
Jan Mott says she'll go in Discord and meet you.
Well, when my wife runs her mouth like this, out of place. She hadn't learned her place yet in society or in our marriage. It's been 20-some years. I'm still working on that. But I'm reminded of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, his wisdom was so concise and so on point. He absolutely opened my eyes to the world of the female sex. He looked at me across the bar one night, raised up his glass and said the immortal words, "Chicks, man. Chicks." And with that, I'll drink the final glass to all of you fine people that decided to hang out with us. And I thank you very much for not hanging up, for not reporting us, for trying not to get rid of us. I do appreciate that much, at least for the kid. All right, her microphone's off. I got to go. I'm out of here. I promise you that I will go on Discord for a little bit. Give me 15 minutes. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me grab some food. I'll sit my big, fat, natural, white ass right back down here. Somebody put up the Discord link so we can get to it. Somebody put it up there, and I'll hang out in one of the video chat rooms. 7:45. I'll be in one of the video chat rooms with you guys so we can hang out for a few minutes. I promise. It'll be the view just like this. I'll leave all the lights on, and everything will be great. Listen, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you had an hour and a half of your time to waste, what better place to waste it than when Gen X Talks? I missed Mrs. Ford tonight, but I'm sure she has an exceedingly good example of a fine penmanship on why she's not here. But remember, wherever you go, there you are. Don't forget that that's important. And the last thing, remember one thing about Gen X Talks in the general, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. That's right. I said it. You can't stop me. You can't stop me.